I want someone in my life that makes me feel the way that music does. I want someone in my life that makes me feel the way that music does. How does music make you feel? There's nothing else that needs to be said to explain a relationship if he or she makes you feel the way that music does. Like just the thought of someone that makes you feel the way music does. If you don't make me feel the way that music does, I'm gonna need you to exit stage left. Because good music feels so good. It penetrates all the layers of your soul, your mind, your body, your soul, everything. You feel it in every fiber of your being when the music is good. 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 We love good music. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me put this chat over here because I see the chat doing stuff. uh, Draw and dance on the drawing. I love that. I love that so much. I have our affirmation cards, and it starts with every thought I think is creating my future. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I express it in my life. Choose balance, choose harmony, choose peace. That's a life, balance, harmony, and peace. It says, the second one says, when I wake up in the morning, I plan for a good day. My anticipation attracts good experiences to me. Everyone I encounter at work today has my best interests at heart. I like both of those. I like both of those. Let's jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. And it starts with the words, the best part about life, every morning you have a new opportunity to become a happier version of yourself. Kelly Peace. Fill in the 4 blanks. Something I currently have that I always wanted. Something I currently have that I always wanted. A new door that opened for me recently. A person, place, or thing that makes my life easier and happier. Someone who makes my life better just by being in it. I am balanced in my ability to both appreciate what I have and work on what I want. Oh, that's so good. I am balanced in my ability to both appreciate what I have and work on what I want. Today is December the 5th. We're going to jump into our Deep Breath of Life daily inspiration for heart-centered living because we are people living from our hearts. This book is by Alan Cohen. And let's see. The words for this, December 5th says, make a stand. Make a stand. Life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint you can. Danny Kaye. Life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint you can. And it goes, at a seminar, a man confessed, I was afraid to tell my friends no, because I feared they would not like me if I did. But then I realized I didn't have any friends because no one knew who I was. For a long time, I was afraid to tell the truth, for I feared I would be rejected if I did. Then I discovered that I had paid the dear price of intimacy. In my fear that I would be unlovable if people knew who I was, I found that I was unreachable because I was unknown. No matter what you say or do, there will be people who agree and disagree. Those who like you and don't like you. It's unrealistic to expect that everyone is always going to approve of you. The only person whose approval really counts is your own. I once set out a newsletter mailing with the tongue-in-cheek return address of Immaculate Conceptions. No, wait, Cohen Sessions. Is Cohen Sessions. He made up a word. Immaculate Cohen Sessions. To my surprise, I received several angry letters, including one from a convict complaining that I had insulted Catholicism. Since my intention was harmless, I felt unnerved by the reaction, and I voiced my concern at a retreat I was conducting. A man, Scott, offered this comment: Alan, one of the things I love most about you is your sense of humor. I have found it to be very healing. If you shut down on your creativity because you're afraid of a few reactions, then I must tell you that I will be disappointed in you, probably along with a bunch of other folks. Suddenly, I realized that there is no way I'm going to please everyone. I might as well just be who and what I am and trust that the universe will support me for my authenticity. As an old tombstone in Texas reads, be what you is, cause you is what you ain't. And you ain't what you is. Now let me say that again. Be what you is, cause if you is what you ain't what you is. Okay. And the affirmation says, I pray to know and trust that you created me in wisdom and goodness. I live from my heart sincerely. Sincerity is my key to success. Be you. Everyone else is taken. Be you. It's okay. Be you. Hey, Erica. Everyone else is taken. Everyone else is taken. In our number one book, it asks a couple of questions. It says less than 20% of Americans can answer these questions with any clarity. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Stay hungry. Stay foolish. Steve Jobs. And the question is, what is my job? What about my job really counts? How well am I doing it? Is my job an expression of my personal values? In my job, am I building a life of success, but not of significance? What can I and or my employer do to help me become more passionate about my current role? Is there another job I would rather be doing? Why aren't you doing it? And the last thing I'm going to share with you is don't be beaten down by naysayers. They'll call you a dreamer, a do-gooder, or a romantic. Every time you stand up for a good cause, large or small, someone will roll their eyes and tell you to sit back down. Robert Kennedy used to say that 20% of the people are against everything all the time. It's true. There will always be lots of people who can give you all the reasons why you can't or won't improve the world. It's up to you to remind yourself of all the reasons why you can and will. Optimism and pessimism are both choices. Notice that some of the most interesting and successful people have chosen to acquire the habit of talking about what they are for rather than what they are against. Be one. I realize that idealism is out of sync with the cynicism of our age. Skepticism has come to be synonymous with sophistication, and glibness is mistaken for intelligence. In such an atmosphere, why bother aiming high? Far too many people don't. I just want to reassure people to have the courage to persevere, to keep following their hearts, even when others scoff. Don't be beaten down by naysayers. Don't let the odds scare you from even trying. That was written by Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks. This is the only life we get. Your big old life. Don't waste it doing things that you hate. And even if you have to do things that you don't particularly care for a time, put your sauce on it. Put your juice on it. People laugh at me all the time when I work my job that supports my business. They said we never seen somebody sprinkle rose petals on trash. But I do every day. My staff think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. And a lot of them have been here way longer than me. So whatever that thing is that you may need to do until you get to do what you want to do, don't do it begrudgingly. Do it with gratitude. Thank your employer, if not out loud in your mind and in your heart. Thank God for your employer. Your employer is your number one investor in your dream. You know, the thing that I enjoy most is eating food and being able to pay for it, eating food, having a home, being able to pay for a home, having a car, being able to pay for a car, buying gas to go in that said car. That is what the number one investor allows you to do. To live until, to be until. So continue to be in gratitude for all of the things that you get to do, because you don't have to do that. You get to. So today is another one of those beautiful days. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the Law of Attraction Day 1445. And this is a very special Friday because we have the doctor in the building. You know who the doctor is? Dr. Tawana Ross, the LinkedIn professor, coming here just to remind us that LinkedIn is not a toy. It is not a game. It is a place where business is done. Unlike other social platforms, people come to LinkedIn to make money. People come to LinkedIn to spend money. So it is your job to be positioned in that space to make money. And if you are not there, the message to you is you are missing the boat. If you are a person who is really wanting to be in business, if you are someone that wants to be in our $11 million club, there is no way on this green earth that you could be a part of $1 million anything without a presence on LinkedIn. So without further ado, please help me welcome Dr. Tawana Ross. Burr, 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 burr.
Love your intros, I swear. That's a fire intro. I love it. Thank you for that. I thank you for that. I'm so grateful. I'm just very grateful to see all of you again and be here with you this Friday. What is it? December, what do we say?
5.
Good heavens, I can't keep up. It's December 5th
But
already.
the Christmas.
I swear. I mean, so December 5th, my birthday is less than 30 days. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay.
What's the shenanigans? Do we have shenanigans planned?
We don't have shenanigans planned because I've been working for the last 2 years diligently on not planning. to combat my over planning tendencies. My therapist knows how much work I have done on not planning. So no, I don't have plans. I'm in this go with the flow
I like
stage of
I
my
like
life,
I like
which is very, very peaceful.
it.
You do get to this space where you realize that it's safe to be you. Now I heard you say something, Dr. Darlaina, in talking about um, the story that you just gave us. I feel like that story was the story of my life this week, actually. Um, it is safe to be you. I just want you all to understand that when you are confidently you, you do have to expect, like we just heard, it's what 20% of people who just won't like anything, right? Uh, I got canceled this week, banned from a community in mid presentation, banned, cut off, because I was being me. Uh, a friend asked me to come speak to a group on Tuesday, and this was not normally a presentation that I would show up for because she told me who was in the audience. I speak for a living. I just don't speak in political circles or religious circles. That's it. And so my friend convinced me this is not either. This is a community of people who are dating. My purpose for being there was supposed to be showing them how they could leverage LinkedIn in their dating life. It's what I do, so it seemed logical that I could share with others. Somehow, some way, this young man came off mute, and we were having a discussion, and somehow the discussion did lead towards, I can't call it religion. He simply asserted that uh he's a Jesus freak, if you will. That's just the terminology that comes to mind. But that's how he asserted himself. Like he's all about Jesus. So he said something to me about um well, the Bible is what I follow. I follow the Bible to a T. If it's in the Bible, it's for real. Me being me, live, just like we are right now, live on Zoom. I said, well, how is that possible? Because the Bible is one big clusterfuck of contradictions.
Mhm.
Well,
You're not. Shh.
you're not supposed to say that out loud. so, so it's safe to be you. Yes. You just have to know your audience, folks. This has never happened to me in life, but all of a sudden, the moderator kicked me out. So I logged back in thinking, oh, maybe it's my network. Maybe, it could be anything. I don't want to assume that I just got kicked out. So I'm going to go and log back in. And of course, it says, the host has started the meeting. I'm like, I know I was in the meeting. Sat there for 15 minutes waiting, thinking, well, it could be anything. I can't assume that I got kicked out. It could have been anything. So let me just sit here and wait. And I waited and waited, and they never let me back in. But here's how karma works. I heard from 22 people that day who were in that audience that day, who took time out of their day to send me a message telling me how much they support what I do and that they appreciated the dialogue that we were having. 22 people that day.
Mhm.
Yesterday, I talked to one of the young ladies who is actually the moderator's boss, she
Mhm.
scheduled time on my calendar. And I thought she was scheduling time to do what everybody else sent the message for. That's what I thought. No, she scheduled time on my calendar because she wants me to be her brand coach, because she wants to get up out from under that corporate umbrella. And she saw somewhere on my bio that said I was the Harriet Tubman of corporate America.
Mhm.
So she decided that yesterday, after speaking with me for less than 30 minutes, that she was going to invest in herself and hire me as her brand coach, because she saw what happened in
Mhm.
that space. And for whatever reason, it resonated with her. For whatever reason, she ended up on my calendar. And when I tell you how shocked I was last night, the notification came on my phone that she actually paid her invoice in full, no hesitation. So when I tell you it's safe to be you, I do believe it's safe to be you. You do have to understand your audience, right? Which is why, bless you, which
Thank
is
you.
why we set boundaries for ourselves, right? I have boundaries. I don't show up in certain environments. That's a boundary,
Mhm.
right? So you got to know your audience. You got to know where your people are. I saw that. I think don't quote me, but I want to say it was Miss Sherry that put this in the group yesterday. Somebody put in the group yesterday reference to, you got to understand your people. You got to be in the right rooms where you're surrounded by your people, right?
Mhm.
So I'm grateful for all of you for showing up here on Fridays, because you are my people. You have not canceled me yet. Have not pulled the plug on me in mid presentation.
You
And
know, that's happened to me. That's happened to me in live
really,
on a stage.
oh wow, wow.
My friend asked me to speak. Why is it the friends? It's the
It's
friends.
the friends.
Know the friends. Just
It's the
know the
friends.
friends. Just know
It's
the
the
friends.
friends.
My
Yeah.
friend asked me to speak at her brunch. I come and she's like, I'm gonna give you 30 minutes. Talk about what you do and all that. So I'm there and I'm in it, and the people are engaged. My friend walked up on the stage, took the mic out of my hand, and said, "That's enough of that."
No way.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I was so shocked. I was like, oh, okay. That's never happened.
Wow.
So I just meandered slowly to my seat and I sat down and I'm thinking, what just happened? And she stopped me so that she could play a game. And the game that she played was who's wearing Chanel, who's wearing Baccarat, like all these designers. And then I look around the room. All of the women looked the same. They all had
Mm,
crossbody designer bags, designer
mm,
shoes. I said, oh, they're not my people.
right. Yeah.
Definitely not my friend, Coach. Coach on TikTok said, not your friend, not my.
Mm-mm,
And,
not your
and
friend.
I found out that not even that time didn't make me determine that she wasn't my friend. What made me determine that was my son is a general contractor and does work and was doing work for her. And while he was working for her, she commenced to talk about me so badly. My son was like, that's my mom, right?
Whoa.
But he never told me. He never told me
Wow.
until I said I was speaking at her event. He said, Mom, she's not your friend. I said,
Wow.
why you say that? He said, I was never going to tell you because you don't see her like that. You don't do things with her like that. So I wasn't going to say anything. He said, but when I was doing work for her, she talked about you really badly.
Mm,
And I'm like, whoa. I don't know, but we just left it
wow.
where it was, and that's where it stayed. And
Mm,
it was terrible. It was hurtful because it's somebody that I considered a friend since like the 90s.
Mm.
Very, very crazy. But people show you
Yeah.
who they are, and we
And you
should
got to believe them.
you gotta believe them
You
the
you you got to believe them.
the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of friends, I got on my besties t-shirt today. So shout out to my business bestie, Miss Sherry Marie. Everybody needs a Sherry Marie in their life.
Can't
Uh,
see it. We can't see it. We don't
you
even.
can't see my shirt. Oh, it says what's it say? Biggest Sherry Marie fan. That's what it says.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
biggest Sherry Marie fan. That's
I
that's my
like that.
boo.
So
Um,
business
yeah,
boo thing. All right. I like business boo things.
that's my business bestie. It's funny because I flew her into a conference to see me speak here last summer. Um, at for me the biggest stage that I've been on 5 times, and I wanted her to be in the room to experience because this was a room. It's called MogulCon, and
Oh, mhm.
MogulCon,
Yeah.
MogulCon is a conference
Amen.
for Black women business owners.
Mhm.
And we're talking like the first time I went, you walk in a sea of Black women. It was like 500 Black women the first year I went. And everybody in the room owns a business. It's just one of the most magnetic, powerful, beautiful things you'll ever see in your life. And I was honored to be a speaker.
Wow.
And this past year was the fifth time that I was invited back. So I was like, oh, I gotta have my girl come in and see, because she's never seen me speak on stage. So I flew her into the conference. I'm on stage. I'm doing my thing. And part of my intro, because she was there, was to introduce her to the audience. Because one thing I'm gonna do if you're in my circle is I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to connect you to people that you need to get to the next level.
Absolutely.
So it's one thing to have her in the room, but that's not enough for me. If I got a microphone in my hand
Oh,
and
it's going to
in
be.
the audience, I see my girl in the audience. You know good and well, I'm gonna take time out to acknowledge the fact that my girl is in the audience. So
Yeah.
I did, and I referred to her as my business bestie. And there were probably only a few times I've cried on stage, but that was one of those times because as soon as I said it, I said business bestie. It tugged, as it always does. I'm very particular about how I refer to people. And
Mhm.
Sherry Marie came in my life with 2016, 2017. We go back and forth. We don't know which one, but we think it's 2016. Anyway, um, I, I refer to her as my business bestie because when I met her, my bestie was still alive. And
Wow.
my best friend, my best friend since high school,
Mm.
died of suicide in
Mm.
2019.
Wow.
You know, in high school, we had cliques. And in my clique, there were only 3 of us. And it was because the first day of school, freshman year, I didn't know anybody. We had just moved to California, this new town, knew everything. My family moved every couple of years growing up. I didn't know what home was growing up. So we had just moved to California. I'm brand new, walking to the school first morning. Everybody else is already in the gym because they had us, go to the gym first thing for the orientation. All the other kids are already there. I come walking in and I'm like, well, damn, where do I sit? It's full. So I found a spot that was empty. Nobody sitting over there. I'm a loner. I sit by myself. And these 2 girls saw me sit by myself. They got up from where they were sitting, several bleachers higher than me. Both of them got up, walked down, sat right next to me, one on each side. They introduced themselves. Megan said, "Hey, I'm Megan." Shelly said, "Hey, I'm Shelly. Nice to meet you." Both of them. Only 3 people in our clique, all through high school, all through college. Megan was the first to die by suicide.
Mm.
I'm the only one left.
Oof.
I'm the only one left. So when I met Sherry Marie at a mastermind, we both signed up for
Mm-hmm.
to work with Coach TJ. I introduced you to TJ already.
Yeah.
And we learned together. We built together. We did all the things. And when Shelly left, Sherry Marie stepped in. And she said, "I got you.
Mm.
I got you. Can I show y'all something? Can I show you something real fast?
Oh.
I'm going to start sharing my screen real fast. I want to show you, because this is where I get my strength. Let me share my screen. Everybody needs a Sherry Marie in their life.
Mm-hmm.
What am I sharing? I think it's this one. It's only a few seconds, so it's not like a whole thing. But here's a setup. This February, earlier this year, February, uh, biggest surprise that I pulled off in my life. I like to surprise people in my world, and this is the biggest surprise I've ever pulled off. My girl Sherry Marie is from Columbia, South Carolina, but she's traveled all over the world for decades. She's an artist. She sings. This girl been on stage singing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ashford and Simpson. I logged into Facebook last year, saw she was with Elton John at his last show. I'm like, damn, girl. Like, that's how brilliant this woman is.
Wow, wow, wow.
But in February, she was doing a concert in South Carolina in her hometown. It was her first show in her hometown uh, since like decades ago. So I came up with the idea that I'm gonna go to South Carolina and be there to see this show because it's an important show. Like her whole family gonna be there, the whole town's gonna like the show was sold out before, like way before. So I knew it's like a big deal. And here you go. So I'm getting ready to show you. It's only a few seconds or so, but this is her intro. This is how Girlfriend starts the show. And man, you let me just play it. I don't know if you can hear the volume per se, but let me just play it. Can you hear that? No. Okay. It's Michael Jackson, Remember the Time is the song that she's coming in on. This is her right here. And that's the Mohawking.
Ah.
Look at my girl. Look
Ah.
how she start the show, man. This how she start the show.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
This a
So
bad
we have
mama
to
jamma.
put that clip in the group.
Yes, I sure will. So you can actually hear it.
Yes.
But yes,
I love it.
everybody
She
needs a
looks a
Sherry
little
Marie.
Nona Carey-ish. She looks a little Nona Carey-ish on there.
I thought the
She's,
same thing.
she's very eclectic.
No, but I thought the same thing. I said, "Oh, that's me."
She, she's she's got a
That's
similar
Alter
funny.
vibe.
ego. That's your alter ego. That's who you.
That's
Yes,
Very
I
similar
love
vibe.
her.
Yes,
We love
yes.
her. We love
Yes,
her. We love
we
her.
all love Miss Sherry Marie. So I just put the link in the chat so you can see that post for yourself. I don't know whose post it was, somebody that was at the show or whatever. I'm about to share my screen and get to the lesson. And while I'm pulling it up, that weekend, that weekend in South Carolina, this has never happened. I tell people all the time, I'm not famous, okay? Like I'm not famous. I just work with some famous people.
Mhm.
I was proven wrong because I went to that show that night. I did not tell a single soul that I was traveling to South Carolina. I didn't tell anybody. I went to that show that night, which was Friday night. No, the show was Saturday night. Went to the show Saturday night, minding my own business. You saw me in the audience. I was minding my own business, enjoying the show. Somebody taps me on my shoulder. I'm like, well, damn, who is he fine? I turn, oh, it's a woman. She looking at me. She said, "Do you know who I am?" And I'm like, "Well, damn, girl, I done had 2 drinks. I'm not into chicks. No, I don't." And she said, "You don't know who I am?" In my head, I'm like, "I just told you I don't know who you are, girl. And you ain't a dude." So she goes, "Does my voice sound familiar?" And now I'm getting creeped out because this is really weird.
Yes.
And I don't recognize you. And she said, "Oh, I'm so and so, Miss Trey." Met my client in person, never met her in life. Like, oh, that's my client with a wig on. I didn't recognize her. So I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm in South Carolina. I get to meet a client. Do you know the next morning, Sherry Marie and I went to brunch. We went to brunch in South Carolina, some little house that's turned into a restaurant that's supposed to be like a really good restaurant in town or whatever. But it's a house, it's a restaurant. We're minding our own business. She's getting ready to take me to the airport, so we're enjoying the last morning together. All I can tell you is I'm facing Sherry Marie, focus on Sherry Marie. And out of the corner of my eye, I just glanced because I thought I saw melanin and there ain't no other melanated people in the room. So I thought I saw a glance. I'm like, as soon as I looked at her, she looked at me. She go, oh. Sherry Marie said, "I'll be damned. We're not doing this again. This happened last night." I said, "No, look, that's my client right there." And sure enough, the whole restaurant was trying to figure out who I was because the girl was tripping when she saw me. She fanned out completely because we never met in person, but she's been following me for 10 years. So she made a scene. And I'm still trying to tell people I'm not famous.
Girl, listen. I'm not fan out because you are somebody who brings such change into people's lives. Like what you do changes people's bottom line numbers. So if you teach a person how to make 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, you change people's zip codes. You change the kind of car they get to drive. You change where their kids get to go to school. I was a damn fan too. Because of her, I live in this versus this. Because of her, I drive this versus this. Like what? Yeah, so of
I
course.
mean, when you put it that way,
Yes.
That
Yes.
was beautiful. You gave me a chill when you said we changed zip codes. That was
we
deep.
we do. We
Yeah, you
do.
go from, Compton to 902, Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We change
And
And
those.
there's nothing wrong with Compton.
there's nothing wrong with Compton with the right property, the right
Yes.
investment
No, I
property,
have
right?
friends in historic Compton and they have some beautiful homes. So there's nothing
Exactly.
wrong with Compton.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was just making the way
Yeah.
you said the zip code thing. That was awesome.
Leslie says she changed my life already. Mine too.
Thank you, Miss Leslie. I appreciate you so much. You said it, so I had to pull it up because
Yep.
for anybody who deals with imposter syndrome, this is how I work through mine. So just now you said the words like I change people's lives, right? And so I had this up already, so I'm just sharing it with you. This is how I work through imposter syndrome. Okay. Because on days where maybe I'm doubting whether or not I'm enough because I didn't make my quota for the month or whatever the reason, I come to stuff like this. I mean, how 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 can somebody see someone else's experience with you and still walk away with imposter syndrome? Like this lady's telling people that there's no other person in this article that she's talking about. I've read it a bazillion times. There's no other subject matter in this article. And this isn't even a post. This is a damn article. So when you find yourself in these situations where you're wondering whether or not your value is seen and felt, it's stuff like this, man. I see stuff like this, and I'm just so grateful that somebody feels that I changed their life. And then she proves it to you, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. Look, I told you how many books somebody's put me in. I got so many books of clients, the people that got my name in their book. I mean,
Yep. You're in mine.
I mean yours.
Yes,
You
you
know?
are.
I mean, so I'm just saying this to say, because this is not me bragging. I was told I actually need to learn how to effectively communicate the power that I possess.
Mhm.
I find that other people express it better than I do.
Mhm.
So I keep things like that, keep that tab open on my browser. So in those moments when I need to puff my chest out a little more,
Yes.
I
Pop your
see stuff like that, like pop my collar, because
That ain't what I said. I said pop your shit.
oh, is that what you say? You pop my shit? Yes. See, I need that on a t-shirt. So welcome to week 7, y'all. Listen, you have made it. We're on the back end of our time together. Let me just get a pulse check. You can either raise your hand or put it in the chat, whatever floats your boat here. Let me actually open the chat because I bet you I've been missing the whole chat. I apologize. I've been missing the whole chat. Yes, got to learn to brag. Absolutely. So, pulse check here. How many of you have already completed your LinkedIn headline, that verbiage at the top of your page? How many people have already completed your LinkedIn headline at the top of your profile? Okay, all right, okay, all right. How many of you have already completed your about section? The piece at the top that's all about you. How many are already finished with the about section? Okay, all right, fantastic. And how many of you are already finished with at least one section of the experience content? At least one section of the experience content. Okay, wow. Wow. Y'all, listen.
I'm not sure which is the experience content.
The experience is the bottom section where you're telling the story of the hats you wear, what you actually do.
Okay. I'm having keyboard issues. My keyboard is not allowing me to type what I want to type. I'm going to go today and figure that out. See how I can get it fixed. You know, the T won't work and the B won't work. Then all of a sudden I get 10 fives. So something's going on with my
Oh, wow.
keyboard. But I did change my photos, the background photos. And I did also what did you tell us to do? To be oh my God, not the free to be I can't think of the word right now, but to change our status on LinkedIn. So I was able to do that.
Oh, get
But
premium?
right. I was able to do that. But
Nice.
yeah, I was my goal was to be all ready last night, and then my keyboard wasn't doing the things. It just really stressed me out a little bit, but I know I'm going to get it fixed and I'm going to get it done because
Mhm.
this experience has been very rewarding, and just like the conversation that was just had, my listening is different because of this. My um imposter syndrome is 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 less, but I would say that I'm still having a little trouble um figuring out how to ask for more and how to have um a more abundant month. So that I'm just being honest. I just want to be transparent.
Have you
Well,
already identified, Miss Sherry, what a more abundant month uh, equals? Like, how are you quantifying that?
How am I? Hmm. I guess well, not I guess, based on what would allow me to move and live without anxiety, with my expenses being paid, with being able to invest some money, and then be able to put money back into um, my business. And I guess I think I need to um, create a more precise budget. But right now, I really would like to make $10,000 a month, and I'm not even close to it.
Okay, so I got a couple of things I want to pass on. Uh, I hope I can remember it all. One of your questions was about asking for more, I think is how you phrased it.
Yes, because
Uh,
I'm constantly told I don't charge enough
oh, well, this
for
is a
my
different
pieces.
conversation.
Wow.
Oh, oh, oh,
Well, to me, they're like cousins.
you're right. Okay, you are absolutely right. So my first response, you are correct. They are cousins. And so without knowing, I agree your price too low. That said, I thought you meant in general. So my response for you that I wanted to share, and this is for everybody who needs to get better at asking for more, especially when it comes to revenue for your business. Okay. So we're not just talking about more in general in life. I'm talking about your business. Okay. So that you can get that 10K per month consistently. One of the questions that I will almost guarantee, I will almost put money on it. One question that most of you are not asking, if not all of you, uh, in every conversation, who do you know that could benefit from what I do? Okay. Back in the days when I used to teach sales in the corporate space, we had an entire class on this question because this question is the bridge into referrals, getting referrals. Okay, this question sets you up to be on the receiving end of referrals. But even when someone in the moment doesn't have an answer for you, the power of this question is that it lingers. The power of this question is that it lingers in someone's mind. So even if you ask it right now, hey, this was excellent meeting you here in line at Starbucks and all. This was fantastic with our frappes and whatnot. Who do you know that could benefit from what I do? Well, you know what? I don't know. Let me think about that. I don't know off the top of my head because I got this caffeine high. I don't know. But guess what? That question's going to linger. Okay. So if I've done my part and I've made sure that this person has contact info so that they can refer someone to me, I have a better chance of someone actually being referred to me. Okay. But if you're not asking the questions, you're not setting yourself up for those referrals. But more importantly, you're not setting yourself up for more. Okay. The key word in her question was more, which is why I asked about quantifying. Okay. The key word is more. How do you get better at asking for more? You set yourself up to be considered for more by asking a simple question in every conversation. Who do you know that could benefit from what I do? Okay, so that's one thing. This 10K per month, and I heard you loud and clear when you said you're not close to it yet. That's the part that I want to focus on. I've worked with so many people who have that same goal. I want to get to 10K per month every month. And they're coming from the space of not consistently having 2K per month. Okay. So here's what I want to leave with you. That's a giant leap. That's a giant leap, which is by design setting you up for being discouraged, setting you up for imposter syndrome, setting you up for making statements that sound like you might not be at peace where you are, when the reality is, the actual quantifiable reality is that you've been doing what you've been doing long enough to still be here. Okay. So yeah, you might all have a 10K per month goal. What I encourage you to do, rather than setting yourself up for disappointment because you're not making that goal right now, and you're certainly not making it consistently, look at the goal you do hit month in and month out and take the next step from there. The next step is not 10K per month. If you're pulling in 2K, 5K per month every other month, maybe once a quarter, then your realistic goal is to hit 5K per month consistently, or whatever that level is for you. Until you've made that consistently, then shooting for the next tier is setting you up for disappointment. The consistency matters. So rather than putting the pressure on your shoulders of, hey, I want to make this 10K every month. Okay, that's great. When we look at our calendar of goals, that's not this month's goal. That's not this quarter's goal, because this quarter's goal has got to be hitting a goal consistently. That's got to be your goal first before you can scale up. Do you know why the pinkies of the world are going out of business left and right now? What's the child's name? Pinky, what's her name? Cole. Pinky Cole. Yes, thank you. Pinky Cole. Or anybody in this same predicament. The Curl Mix lady is all over the internet right now because she needs X amount of dollars before the end of the year to keep her business. The thing that so many people don't understand is they put a lot of time and energy into growth and scaling up. Okay. And I beg people to understand, you cannot scale up if you haven't mastered the level you're at. And you're not mastering the level you're at if you're not doing it consistently. Right? I'll never forget one of my clients went all over the internet, just posted all over the internet. I'm a millionaire now. I just made my first million. Okay. So, sir, you didn't make a million. Okay. You're not a millionaire. Okay. You can't be telling the internet that you're a millionaire when you didn't make a million. That's not how this works. Okay. So I just beg all of you, please, when considering the scale up, you might want to only look up when you have mastered the level you're at. And like I told old boy, you think you just made a million, but that doesn't make you a millionaire, because next week when you go buy whatever it is you're about to buy, you don't have $1 million. You're not a millionaire. Someone who is a millionaire has mastered that level in order to get to the next level, which is multi-millionaire. Okay. So please master the level you're at by setting realistic expectations for yourself. The 10K is a nice to have that's coming for all of you one day. It's mandatory. You don't have a choice. It's happening to you and for you. In the meantime, set the goal that is reflective of your performance consistently month in and month out. When you master that, now we can talk about the next level, right? You get that 5K per month every month. Okay, next quarter, we're on to the 10K, so on and so forth. Okay, I hope that helps, Ms. Sherry. I just wanted to share that because I know that somebody else here had the same words that you were brave to share. Thank you so much.
There was, I went to an event the night before last, and it was at an art gallery. And I was blown away by the cost of the art because I know Yvette English personally here in this group, who is an artist. I also know my good friend Tandra, who is an artist. And that work was good. But my friends, probably a little bit better. And I was amazed by there was not one piece of art in this woman-owned, Black-owned art gallery that was less than $2,000. The most inexpensive one was $2,000. Everything else was $5,000, $3,000, $8,000, $10,000. And I'm like, this stuff look like my kids did it. And I was saying to myself, I'm about to be an artist because I'm an artist. And I'm like, what's the procedure to get in a gallery like this? It wasn't a huge one. So what is the procedure to get in a place like this? Because I know my friends are better. They deserve a space on these walls. So I just want them to know that the worth that you are putting on yourself is not what the world is putting on yourself. It's what you are putting on yourself, because the world got some high ass prices for
Well, the reality of our world here in the United States is the average American does not go past fourth grade level math. So these folks out here don't even know math, and the calculators don't work. So you can't even associate with the math that other people are coming up with. I think that's Miss Sherry's hand up.
It is. I recently spoke to a coach who told me I was in the wrong rooms, and that I was not leading with the story about myself that would allow me to charge $3,000 for a piece. And she said that it's about your story and it's about your experience, and you're this many years in, you need to be in the right rooms, and you need the people to be coming after you. Similar, I would say, how you were surprised that the lady fanned out. Yeah, I know I have some fans, but I'm not tapped into I'm not tapped into that. And I don't, right now I'm a little, I'm a little confused as to how to shift that, how to move the needle, and like what you said about being consistent. Yeah, I do need consistent business. I don't right now I don't have consistent business, and so it's hard for me to comprehend. It's like I don't know what I don't know, because if I knew,
Mhm.
I'd be there. And
Well, not necessarily, because a lot of people know and they still aren't there. You can't possibly beat up on yourself though, Miss Sherry, because you just told us you don't know what you don't know, right? So the fact that you're not where you say you want to be is not fair to you, because you just told us you don't know what you don't know. Now, the coach that gave you some nuggets, I agree that your brand story matters. This is for all of you. This is for everyone. You don't just buy from random people when you're on the internet. You sit there and you scroll for hours a day, but you're checking out people who attract your energy. The people who told their story in such a way that you decided to go look at their page and look at some other videos and whatnot. It was something about them that attracted you, not necessarily what they do. Something about them that made you latch on. So yes, stories matter. I don't remember which, not Rockefeller. I think it was, uh, oh gosh, I don't remember, but somebody will recognize this quote that the guy said, the wealthiest people in the world are great storytellers. Steve Jobs, that's who said it. Steve Jobs. Greatest, most successful people in the world are great storytellers. And it's true. It's very true. So in looking at business, i.e. getting sales, i.e. revenue consistently, people do have to latch on to you, which means you do have to open up and be vulnerable, share certain pieces of who you are in order to build relationships. It's the relationship building that leads to the sales. So the piece that I want all of you to walk away with is you can't beat yourself up for not making sales that you didn't ask for. If you're not making your quota, it's not because the marketplace sucks. It's because you didn't ask for the sale. How do I know this? Because I went to your pages, I went to your post, I went to your such and such or whatever. I see y'all. I see you. Not you specifically, I mean in general, people. I see people and their stuff, but every 10 people I'm looking at, 2 or 3 of them have effective call to actions. The rest of y'all just want to be cute. Okay. Here's my post of what I did over the weekend. I was doing a LinkedIn presentation and look, we were having so much fun. Okay, that's great. But there's no call to action, and there's certainly no call to action that's going to drive business. You don't get what you don't ask for. So if you don't like the numbers you're bringing in for your business every month, I guarantee you it's because you are not asking for the sale enough times. Sales is a numbers game. It's not skill. It's not who can do this better. Sales really is not about skill. Look at who's in the White House. I did say that out loud. I did. Mm-hmm. But you understand my point. That dude is a salesperson. He sold his way,
absolutely.
right? There's no skill there. Okay. So all I'm telling you is recognize sales as a numbers game. You want to increase your numbers, you got to increase the amount of times you're asking for the sale. How are you going to do that? Every conversation you have with someone, who do you know that could benefit from what I do? Okay. Got to stop running from the sale, folks.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I'm going to dare all of you. I'm going to throw out this dare. Thank you, Miss Sherry, because your question is really helping somebody today. I know it.
Mhm.
I dare all of you somewhere in the next week to wherever it is in your world, you're having conversations with prospects at some point. Okay. The next time you're in a conversation with a prospect who might want to buy from you, so they're asking questions like, how much does it cost to hire you? Right? When you get to that point in a conversation where someone's asking about what the investment is, I dare all of you, I dare you to tell that person it's $10,000. You want to hire me, it's $10,000, period. Full stop. Okay. Because if your goal for the month is 10,000 and you want to do that consistently month in and month out, I bet you the math you're doing in your head is like, oh, well, how can I get 100 people to spend? No, honey, you want to make $10,000. Ask the one person who's interested to spend the $10,000. But here's why we don't. We don't because we're shopping from our own pockets. Do you know what that means when we're shopping from our own pockets? We are subconsciously saying, oh, well, who would spend $10,000 to hire a coach? We're saying that because we never did it. Until you've done it, you think that nobody else will do that. I know from experience. Do you know my coach dared me, this same dare I just gave you? They dared me to tell somebody that my fee was $30,000. Because I've never spent $30,000 on shit. I mean, maybe my Lexus. Okay. Yeah. But no, that wasn't $30,000. I bought it used. So if I've never invested in myself to hire a coach at $30,000, the idea seems asinine in my mind. But let me tell you the reality of the people that you tell me you want to serve, because so many of you told me you want to serve a category of people, a certain category of people. Like if I were to describe them, I would describe them as high income earners. Several of you told me you want high income earners, people who can afford to pay your invoice. I'm promising you on everything, those people are not checking for us at $10,000. They're not. I know this because I had a conversation with someone yesterday. And I was trying to give her the sale price from Black Friday, not Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. That sale ended last weekend, but I was trying to give it to her. She was like, nah, bitch, I want to pay full price. She said, I know what happens when you discount stuff. I don't get everything. She said, no, I want to pay full price because I want to get all the bells and whistles. That's how those people operate. They're not checking for the $10,000 coach. They want to invest $30,000 in their development. So I dare all of you somewhere in the next week or two, okay, where you think, well, I mean, we're in this conversation and maybe they're going to buy, maybe they're not. If you're not sure anyway, you might as well come up with something crazy that you never said before. Because guess what? One day somebody's going to say yes. And one day you're going to get that yes consistently month in and month out with one person signing up to work with you at $10K a pop. You got to start somewhere. Okay. I sure hope that helps somebody.
Mhm.
I hope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So thank goodness this lesson for this week is not like 57 slides, because I just gave you a little bit of a rant right there. So let me give you what you really came for, which is the lesson for this week. Let me see. I got to close some things so I can actually see. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta fix it though. There we go. All right. If you haven't done so already, jot down your goal for the week 7. Thank you for that pulse check. Several of you are moving quite rapidly through all of this. I appreciate you. I appreciate the work you're doing. Some of you need this week, some may not. But for those of you who have a business, your assignment for this week is to simply create your company page. Okay, so we're going to spend, I got a few slides here, just a few, so that you're confident in starting this page. But this is your assignment, is to simply start this page, like actually go and create it. So here's how you're going to do. It's 2 clicks. That's all. It's 2 clicks. When you're in your profile, when you're logged in looking at your profile page, always in the top right hand corner, you're going to see the little menu icon. When you click that for a business, you'll see down here the option to create a company page. Some of you have already done those 2 clicks, so that was not for you. But if this is your first company page, it's those 2 clicks to get you going. And then once you're in, you immediately have to make a decision. Okay. You immediately have to make a decision. And the decision that you're making is, what kind of page is this? 90% of you, I might even say 99% of you, are going to create a company page. Okay. An actual business page. Some of you might have a school that you run, in which case you're choosing an educational institution. Very few of you, if any, will be creating a showcase page. Why is that? Because the showcase pages won't give you the features and functionality that the company page will. And the company page, along with its analytics, are why you're doing this in the first place. You've got a business, an actual business that you want to showcase. So a company page will do that for you, whereas a showcase page is not tied to anything, which means it's a total waste of your time. Okay. It's one or the other with all of the accounts that I've created for people. It's either they've got a company page, a business page, or they have a school, so they've got an educational page. I've not seen anyone create a showcase page in many, many years, and it's simply because the page itself does not give you the features and functionality that you actually need from a company page. Okay. Now, in terms of setting this up, this is a simple assignment this week in terms of just setting up your page. This is very simple because look, all you're doing is selecting a few items in a drop down that get populated on the page. This is not the kind of content creation that you just went through for your own profile. Okay, so that's the good news, is you're not going to be knee deep in creating content here. You're selecting a few options out of the drop downs. And when it does get to the content creation, actually, let me go back so you can see this section here. I'm going to call that content creation for the about section or the description of your business page. That's not content creation, folks. That's probably some content that you copied and pasted from your website or a landing page or something that's already created. So it's probably not content creation. It's simply populating all of the fields. Okay. Now, when you do set up your company page, which one for you, Miss Yvette? Oh, options, raise brand awareness, promote. I'm going to say brand awareness, Miss Yvette, because, oh, wait, no, let me, I'm torn. I'm torn for you on 2. One would be raising brand awareness, and the other would be building relationships. I guess the more I process it, the brand awareness ranks higher, but building relationships will be really important for you on this platform because you want to raise brand awareness. So for me, it's both of those, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please clarify. Okay, good. Okay, so your company page, filling in the content, as you see, there's plenty of information that someone can see when they land on your page. So a lot of the same content, visuals, media, etc., that you came across when you were building your profile page can also be used here on your company page. But the point here is the more you attach to your company page, the more likely the algorithm can work in your favor. Because if your page is empty, if there's nothing there, if we land on your page and we don't see anything, the algorithm cannot be your friend. Okay, most of us don't spend a lot of time managing our company pages because people want to connect with you, not your actual business per se. The business page is there for people vetting you. Okay, so when people end up on your company page, they should be able to see all of the things that they need to vet you and ultimately hire you because of the content they saw on your company page. But when they want to actually talk to you, they're going to reach out to you most likely with your actual profile versus your company page. Okay, so just understand the difference. One is kind of static. Your company page is kind of static. It's there. It needs to be there. But your actual presence, more dynamic, is going to be from your actual profile. Okay. I think I only have, yeah, this might be the last slide here. Now, extra sprinkling on top here, because sometimes people ask me the question, now that they've got their business page set up, what should they be doing? Right? Okay, we did it. Now what do we do? Here's the next level for you. If you already have your company page set up, these are some of the basics, okay? And by basics, I mean, this is not strategic at all, okay? What you see right here in this list, this is not strategy. These are the basics, okay? But from your company page, you are able to build your footprint by inviting people to follow you. Right. So I just talked to a guy last week who is brand new on LinkedIn, but all his tribe is on Facebook. So I told him that his first assignment is to go on Facebook and invite his tribe on Facebook to start following him on LinkedIn because he just set everything up. Okay. For some of you, you've got to retrain people as to where to find you. So if you're already hanging out on TikTok, IG, wherever it is, that's great. But if you've got visibility over there, encourage your tribe to come check you out on LinkedIn, right? That's just a basic, that's a given, okay? I just want to point out actually two other of these to provide some clarity for you because the rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. Boosting. We're talking about boosting from your business page. We're talking about actual posts. And boosting it means you want it to be seen by more people. You can do that from your company page. When you've identified that you've got some content that went viral on another platform, chances are if it went viral somewhere else, it can have a footprint on LinkedIn as well. So that might be an example of a post that you want to boost, right? You can only do that from your company pages. Wow. And the other one, this last one, I want to leave with you because this is my favorite one. This is the one that will change what your footprint looks like, and that's hashtags. Sometimes people forget hashtags, or sometimes people think hashtags are just for show. But no, hashtags are going to help you grow your footprint. On top of that, though, and the reason it's my favorite is because, you know, as a brand coach, I care about your brand being sticky. Heard me say this before. I teach people how to build a sticky brand. Well, a sticky brand is one we attach to. You don't want to let go, right? How do we do that? One of the ways we do that is by creating a hashtag library that points right back to us. Okay, let me give you an example of what I mean. Some of you use general hashtags. So you might post something right now, and you might have hashtag music or hashtag music industry or hashtag artists, right? Those are very general hashtags. Somebody clicks on hashtag music, they're not going to see you. They're going to see music. That's very broad, very general. But if you take the time, like Miss CC told us, there was a Coach CC back in the day. I think she was from Philly, actually. Coach CC used to teach us that we need 30 hashtags per post. And back in the day, we all used to think that's crazy. Why would you have 30 hashtags on every post? Well, she was right, because 30 hashtags is like the card catalog. Y'all are so young, you don't know what a card catalog is. I just realized that, like, I just said that, like, who knows what a card catalog is? But
Yes.
your hashtags are the breadcrumbs that lead to you. So if you've got a steady stack of hashtags that you constantly use, they will always lead back to you. For example, if you go on any platform right now, maybe not any, so IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, if you go somewhere and you typed in hashtag the LinkedIn professor, it's going to lead back to me.
Yep.
Right? So if you are strategic in creating your list of hashtags, then you don't have to necessarily show up to manage your company page on a regular basis. You can use your hashtags to work for you and get the algorithm on your side. Okay. So recap, simple task for this week. The simple task for your homework is to simply start your company page. That means create it. Go into your account and legit create a company page. You will notice that over time, you'll use it for certain purposes. When you've got something going on in your business that you want to let us all know about, you'll get active and begin using your company page over time. I'm just giving you the assignment this week of creating it. Okay, so simply starting the page, which is a very simple task. Okay, that also gives some of you time to catch up on any content creation from some of the previous weeks. Because at this point now you've got your profile completed and you're about to have your business page completed, which means we are now free to get into strategy. So for our remaining weeks together, we'll be talking all about your connection strategy on LinkedIn as well as your engagement strategy on LinkedIn. But you've got the 2 boxes checked off, which are creating your profile and creating your business page. Once we come back next week, those 2 things will be checked off of your list. With that, anyone who is still, she said, what's a card catalog? Anyone who is still hanging out with me this morning, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor for any other questions, aha moments, coaching, etc. But the floor is yours as I get caught up on the chat.
How many company pages do we set up?
Just one. Great question. Just one. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me slow down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's one per company. So if you are a business owner and you've got 4 companies, you're setting up 4 separate company pages. Okay. But
let me just say it real time. So there is, under my brand, the Healing House of Roses, which I'm developing now. And then there's also the Darlaina Rose Foundation, which is the nonprofit arm. So should they have separate pages?
yes,
Okay. Gotcha.
those are 2 separate entities, 2 separate pages.
Okay.
Yes. You'll and that's really what you're looking at. are they separate entities?
Mhm.
If you've got a separate EIN, it's separate.
Yeah.
If you don't do them together on your taxes, it's separate. Okay, great question. I see Miss Noreen.
Taxes. Oh, no, I'm just playing.
Taxes are optional. Paying taxes are optional. Miss Noreen.
I do have a question, but I wanted to first say that thank you again, always. I appreciate your demeanor, your calm demeanor with teaching us, and you're teaching us from your heart, because I've had coaches that they're condescending, right? And they make comments that actually don't make you feel good. So I like how you teach. I like how you teach. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so
That
my
means so much
question,
to me.
it makes a big difference with that, because you receive it more, you receive the information more, because I've got so much from you already. And when I'm thinking about the other coaches that I've had, uh, they're condescending, and they're expecting you. They'll give you things to do, and then they're expecting you to reach that goal. And so that's why I liked how you explained with the income level, right? Because I've had it where they say you can make the 10,000, just follow these steps, but they're not talking about the progression, how you explained it, right? And then they're looking down at you like, why haven't you made it yet? Like, what are you're not doing it. You're not doing what you need to do. So the way you explained it helped. It helped in a great way. And like I said, your calm demeanor and you're not condescending as you're teaching us. You're literally helping us in a good way, right? In the right
Thank
way.
you.
Yeah. So I had a question to do with the skills section, because it has on it, when you add the skill, you can check boxes underneath it, right? So I had started checking the victorious living culture, and then you're seeing that under all the skills. So is that recommended to do, or just list the skill only?
I personally do them both, but now that you've asked the question, I think I've always done both based on the client's request, not necessarily because both are necessary, if that makes sense. But whichever you do, choose one of those options, because just by listing the skills that you have, the algorithm can position you so that if you never touch LinkedIn, if you don't even log in, the algorithm's putting you in categories and nooks and crannies that you belong in based on those skills that you're selecting. So if you want to be found at all, use those skills, select the skills, whether you're populating or selecting. But if you don't have them at all, you can't be found. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Because when I look at when I look at the skills, and then the skills are listed, and then because I started to do it first, I started to include the checkbox where it says what it's tied to, like it's tied to my organization. And then when I'm seeing it, that's what's listed all along. So it's listed the skill, and then right under the skill, it's got the company that it's tied to. So that's why I didn't know, like, is that a good look, or should it be listed as the skill only?
You do want it to be listed for the appropriate company, meaning some of you wear multiple hats, kind of like the question in the chat with art versus something else, right? So if you're wearing multiple hats like that, then yes, you do want your skills to appear with the appropriate company so that the public is not confused.
Okay.
Right? But I think what you'll find over time is the more you build out your company page, the more control you will have over the messaging. Like you get to create the messaging to point us in a direction. So the skills that are seen and listed are in alignment with the message you want to send. Okay, I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. I
Thank you.
know we had Miss Sherry and then Miss Leslie, and then I got this a few questions. Can art paintings and creative writings, something's cut off, be under the same business page? I use both to create. Well, then yes. Art paintings and creative. Ooh, the painting and the writing. Oh, yes. Who is that? Miss Yvette? Yes. Okay, that's some dopeness right there. The paintings and the writing. Yes, all day. I had to slow down and actually read that. Yes, Miss Yvette. All the things.
All the things.
All the time, all at once for you, Miss Yvette. And then Miss Sherry, I agree, hired a luxury bridal coach experience. Yeah, you know, Dr. Darlaina and I met at an event with a coach who is mean. Like that's his whole shtick. He calls himself the business bully. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm dragging today, because I was watching David Banner live at 3:30 in the morning today. Were you watching David Banner this morning?
And he
What was he
responded
on?
back to me. And he responded back to me with a heart. I wrote him because I invited him. I love David Banner. But why this morning I woke up with David Banner Entertainments where he hearted it. I love him. I love you viewers out there. He's
What?
amazing.
Where do you see him
OMG.
at? On YouTube or
He goes live on IG,
on IG?
Instagram, and it was like 3 o'clock, he didn't finish till about 3:30 something this morning.
Wow.
And all I know is I felt so seen because I was not the only person at 3:30 in the morning tuning in to see David Banner. There's like 100 of us. So
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I might have been awake at that time too, but I just
Definitely
went
awake.
to the bathroom and went back to bed.
I was definitely awake working.
Wow. But you
well,
know, the woman that I hired, she has a bridal magazine. And so she took me into rooms that I would not have been in during luxury bridal week. However, her you're bigger than this, Sherry, and you should have already, like, I feel chastised in a way that, like I just said, I don't know what I don't know. I feel chastised in a way that okay, so I I need direction, not I'm not okay with her shooting all over me, and not to be a baby about it, but I also don't want her to dictate my creativity. And she's been operating from that space also. So it's like, for me, it's a weird energy because I want encouragement, not put down, like,
right.
And I know how to be inspired. And right now I can take on what you said about be consistent on one level so that you can graduate to a next level. Yeah, I can hear that better than, why haven't you done this already? And you should be here and you should do that. It just feels like, I don't
Trash.
know. Yeah, it just feels like beat up.
It
And
is.
I don't, beating me up doesn't make me want to do better. It doesn't even make me want to listen to you.
Right.
So it's
Right.
it's not my coaching. It's not a coaching style that I can embrace.
Yeah. It's rooted. I heard this from Karamo this week, so I cannot take credit for this. This is all Karamo. But it's y'all don't know Karamo. You probably remember Karamo back in like early 2000s or whatever it was, the show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. But Karamo was season 1 of Donald Trump's reality show, The Apprentice. Remember
Okay.
The Apprentice back in the day?
I remember The Apprentice, but I don't remember
Yeah,
Karamo. But
Karamo was the only Black guy.
okay.
Yeah, he was the only one. And so now he has a talk show during the day. He's a therapist slash relationship coach. But he was talking earlier this week about how when you see behavior like that, it's typically it's behavior that's rooted in narcissism. So a coach like that, as an example, will talk to you in that way because you are proving that their framework does not work for you.
Girl.
Okay. And that is stepping on their toes, which a narcissist cannot handle. Okay. So when you see behavior like that, you know that it's not you that they have the problem with. It's the fact that you're holding a mirror up to what they taught you, right? So you just debunked that their framework works. And that is a trigger for them. Okay. So I hear you loud and clear. That is a coaching style that is not very effective. Your coach, though, is unless you're taking a program, unless you're signing up for an actual program, your coach's role is simply to hold you accountable to your goals, yours, not theirs. They're not telling you what to do, so they should never be in a place to be able to say, you should have done this by now, or you should this. They shouldn't be in that position because their one job to do is hold you accountable to your goals. That's it. So my heart goes out to you because I know we've all had difficult relationships with coaches in the past, but it will not make us show up and do the work if that's how we get treated. That just doesn't work. I see Miss Leslie saying, oh, I got you, Miss Leslie. I pulled this up because we were talking about David Banner. And so for anyone who doesn't know David Banner, I got to share the chocolate because if you don't know David Banner, oh, look, y'all, look.
She said, look, y'all,
He's
look.
mine though. Don't, Dr. Tawana. I already been.
Look.
I'm single now too. Like
I
he
mean,
is like
you can have him because
okay,
he
good. He is
told us at
everything.
3:30.
He's
No, I
smart
don't.
and fine. Oh my
I said
gosh.
the same thing until I saw him this morning. I mean, he's still smart and fine. However, I saw him at 3:30 this morning. That's
Yeah, I
smart and
didn't see him at
fine right
3:30
there.
this
Look,
morning. Look, I
that
saw
girl
him.
right there is smart and fine. Look at that
Oh, she's
woman. That's
gorgeous. Yeah,
smart and
she's
fine
gorgeous.
right there, y'all.
Yes.
Look, the man told us he's crazy, and I believe him. Okay, so he can be smart and fine if he wants to be, but he straight up told us this morning he's crazy.
Yeah, I already been through that. I don't want crazy again. Thanks for telling me.
We don't.
David's off the
We
list.
will
Yeah,
love
don't
him
you
from a
crazy.
distance.
Yeah, I don't want. I've
Okay,
been through that. I've been.
right?
And I
Like,
believe
I
when
will
people tell
buy
me
your music.
when they tell you, I
Okay,
believe them now. I used to be like, no, he can't be that crazy. I'll change him.
No,
Nope. You didn't
you
say it
have to
out your mouth.
believe
We're
him.
good. Nope.
He literally told us for 30 minutes why he's crazy. So I now put him in a category where he's over there. I will look and admire from a distance because yes, he's smart, he's amazingly talented, he's all the things. The six-pack, all that. The dude is all that. But he straight up told us why he's crazy, and I do believe him. Miss Leslie, what you got, Miss Leslie?
Hey guys, y'all are so amazing. Good morning, everybody. I think Noreen, I think she said it best. Your teaching is above, is just amazing. I've learned so much.
Thank you.
And on the topic of coaching too, I've spent over the last 5 years since I started with professional coaching at in a different genre, like outside of the spa stuff. One of the things I find when they talking nasty to you and they being bad to you, you hit it on the head. You're showing them that their stuff ain't what it's supposed to be. The other part of it is, in my experience, I've been in coaching sessions where I end up being the coach. And they'll
Mhm,
my content, they'll take my thoughts, they'll take my way of saying things. So that
mhm.
narcissistic thing, that's so real. But today I wanted to say, can you so I went in and I put in some content for my skills and for my experiences. I just kind of put it in, and I know you said don't put it in until you absolutely love it. But it was a lot of it, and I couldn't tell what I didn't love and what I didn't love because I got in my head about, well, is this the right way? So then I went down that rabbit hole of looking at other places and other.
What'd she do? Clicked herself out.
Did she? Is
Yes,
that
she.
what happened?
Yep. Clicked herself straight out.
I was pulling her page up. I thought maybe because I pulled it up, I kicked her out. But no, she's not. Like
Yeah.
she literally just dropped, right?
She gone.
Okay, Miss Nona Carey, before you go clock in, is she still here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still here. Look, I'm plugging in my phone to this Ethernet or whatever. How I'm over this, just so y'all know out there. So
Miss
listen,
Nona Carey has she got an exit date on her calendar,
I
y'all.
do June. What we say? June 3rd.
I think it was third or sixth or
Yeah, I think
third
it's June
or
3rd.
here
June
it
3rd.
is.
But listen,
First or no, June 1st or 12th
did I say June 1st? It might have been first.
or 12th.
All right. We'll do. I don't know. Let's do the first. I don't even want to work all through June. Look. June 1st. So listen, I've been with Darlaina. Like that is sometimes I feel like I'll be blowing smoke up people's butt, when you hear people say you blowing smoke up people's butt, but that's never been me. Like when I say I love this lady with every fiber of my being. I've never painted a house in my life. But I would do anything for her. And I realized it yesterday while I was getting high off of paint fumes and I had a sip of something the night before. I realized just how much I loved her. And I'm going back like I'm a glutton for punishment. I can't wait to go back to finish these walls because I
Blessings.
believe in her. And with her, that's how I met you. And you are absolutely incredible. And you had me on the phone crying the other day because I absolutely love you. So when these people come off mute to tell you they're grateful and thankful for you, they absolutely are. You both are incredible ladies. But all these people in the group, even Jeremiah that we never met, I have some amazing people in my circle. At any rate, I realized I had homework to do. So as I'm high, sitting on her stairs, I started doing my homework. And then she came in. I was like, "Ooh, my homework! I got it." And she said she got homework to do as well. But I got there early yesterday, so I have this law group that I have been dealing with. I had filed bankruptcy years ago, and they still had charges on my account. And they just reached out to me and they said we can help you get your credit clean if we can't sue them. If nothing else, we can make sure they update that. So I was like, "Cool." Well, I've been communicating with the lady now forever. So I said, "Let me write her because she tells me about my show." And she says she has a connection with them. So you told me to put a package together so I could share with the group. Well, I was like, well, I know her and I know that they got a little money over there. Let me send this email. So this is what I sent. I said, at Nona Care and Friends, well, I was like, dear marketing team, at Nona Care and Friends Talk Show, we're more than just a talk show. We have a community. Our platform offers a unique opportunity for brands like yours to connect authentically with the large, loyal, and diverse audience. A snapshot of our viewers. Dynamic age range, we engage viewers from 18 to 65, capturing both setters and established. Glad I had to read it to her, and established consumers. And I'm not gonna read it all, but then I was like, our audience is composed of 65% African American viewers, a culturally rich and economically significant group known for their incredible brand loyalty. I might as well keep going. The other 35% of our audience is a multicultural mix, allowing your brand's message to resonate across a broad spectrum of backgrounds. And then I was like, how we can elevate your business. So I went into that, right? And so in the end, at the end, I have we'll be thrilled to help you achieve your business goals. Our advertising packages are designed to be flexible and effective. So see below, right? So below, Dr. Twine, I didn't put the $10,000 whammy yet. I was like, I'm just starting off. So I just started like this. I have, hold on. Now I need to go. Oh, shoot, I close out. Anyway, I have my visual package. That's ANC. It combines on-set product placement with a 3-minute news ticker. That's $300. I have a sponsorship spotlight. That's BNC. Features a verbal 60-second sponsorship drop by myself, supported by a 3-minute news ticker. Then I have a classic combo. That pairs a visual product placement, no verbal. I'm sorry. It pairs with the visual product placement with the host read sponsorship drop. That's $400. And then I have an interactive driver. It's a powerful combination of a sponsorship drop and a 3-minute QR code. Remember the QR code to drive immediate audience action, and that's $500. And then I have an ultimate package with all of them, A, B, C, and D, and it's $750. It's $150 savings. They wrote back. She wants to do the news drop. She wants to do a news dropper. She wants to do a news ticker, and she wants me to do the QR code, and that's $500.
That QR code, you got that in action that fast.
Yep. And so it's
you got
$500
her.
for 20 minutes. It's
Yeah.
it's only $300 for for 3 minutes. It's $500 for 20 minutes, and it's a full show for $1,500. So she said right now they want to start with the 3-minute and a drop, but she said that she might want to do in the next few months the full shows with the QR code. And you had mentioned the QR code. I had it in my notes a long time ago, but I never went further with it. But when you said it the other day, I was like, how can I incorporate it? And I got with the editor, and so that's something that can be done. So thank you for that. But let's
I want to do. I want it. I want it. I want it. I
Yeah.
want
what
it.
you want? What you want?
I want a ticker on your show.
Okay, cool
She
beans.
just said it, Miss Nona Carey. That's exactly what we said would happen. The only
Yeah.
reason you had this homework assignment is because I told you, you've got an audience right here. If you create the packages, they will come. She just
Yes, ma'am.
told you, I want in.
Yes, ma'am.
I want that, and then I want you to teach me how to do it so I can do it on my show.
I sure will.
Exactly.
I absolutely. You know I will. You know I
Exactly.
absolutely will.
You all heard earlier when I think I don't remember who I was having this conversation with earlier, but we just talked about this. If you don't like where your sales land, it's because you are not asking for the sale. You've got to do exactly what Miss Nona Carey just did. She created actual packages that somebody can buy. It's one thing to show up and say, hey, yeah, I got a show. You can be on my show. And it's another thing to say you got A, B, C, and D to choose from.
And if you guys in the group, I know Darlaina, I'm gonna work with you. You know you're my girl. But if you guys just want to sponsor the show, I have a sponsorship list, a page on episodes, and you can include your name or your website for those that love me for $50. So that's
And
just a start, just to get in.
we're all jumping on this, by the way. This is non-negotiable. We're all jumping on that, all of us, because every single person here needs that kind of visibility. Because we just established earlier that you need to be consistent at whatever level you're at. You need to be consistent there before you get to the next level. This is an opportunity for everybody here to get more visibility, and we all can support Miss Nona Carey, all of us. Okay, non-negotiable.
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 All right, Miss Nona Carey, thank you for doing your homework. I so appreciate you.
Thank you.
I really do. When people actually do the work, I mean, this is what
Joey said
happens.
she got her $50. She ready right now.
Now, I do agree with Miss Noreen, who
Prices
said the
are too
prices are
low.
too low.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Well, I was just starting, right?
That's for us. This is for
I'm
us.
just right, and whoever's
This
on
is
the
just
call
for
right
us.
now. But yeah,
Yeah.
just for us, because
This is us. This is
Yeah.
not for the
Can
public.
you hear me?
yes, mom.
Yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Loretta, the dream
Uh-oh.
releaser. I got
Look, I got scared.
$50.
You heard me. I said yes, mom.
The doctor's
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, she got it. Okay, Leslie, finish what you said. Because you
Um,
your whole self out.
you know what? It was on my phone. As soon as somebody called in, it knocked y'all out. So, it was a lot I was going to say before, but I'm gonna cut it real quick. So, the other thing after we were talking about people stealing your content and coaches not being what they're supposed to be, the key thing too I'm gonna say about coaches is not when they have those price tags, guys, they are raising their prices, but make sure that what they have to offer is what you need at the time. Because I've spent $5,000 on a coaching process, traveled all the way to California, took the trip, stayed the weekend in the lady house, did the stuff in the room with $1 million people, only to find out that I was in the wrong room at the wrong time because they sold it as one thing, said one thing, but when I got there, I was like 20 steps behind where I needed to be. So I was willing and ready to make that investment, but they took the money, but they weren't really where they supposed to be. So I'm just say that if that makes sense. That's why I think we
It
love
makes
you
a
so
lot of
much
sense.
because you are right where we need to be, giving us the right information, and you always politely checking us to make sure we are where we're supposed to be. So that, thank you. And that's what I think I love so much about you. The other thing is when we first started, you asked us to start with the manner. But as we've gone through the steps of the skills, the education, and things like that, so much more has come up out of that. So much more depth and so many more pieces that I feel like I have left on the table. So I started doing them. I put the skills and I put the experiences on there. I didn't do call to actions at the bottom of them because I wasn't certain that I loved them, but I definitely needed to put them there. Um, right now, I needed to make sure I tick that off as done. So what my question is on my LinkedIn. Remember when I had the discrepancy of two LinkedIn things? Somehow when I look at it now, the one that we deleted is somehow it looks like a part of my LinkedIn still. I don't know. I
How
don't
does
know.
that, here, let me
So
let
if
me
you
see
go
here.
there, it says My Spa Works 365, and then you'll see something says Time to Unwind Day Spa.
Is this the right page?
Yes.
Okay,
Um,
where am I looking?
I don't know I don't go down.
What am I looking for again? Say that
So
one more time.
TTU Day Spa,
In your experience down here?
it shows up down there in my experience. I think it's the last one.
Oh,
It's right there,
time
right?
to unwind.
Yeah. So I built all of those pieces out, but somehow, I don't know if it's when I sign in, but somehow that other Time to Unwind one page is coming up. So
Time to
okay, I
unwind. This
guess
page right here.
yeah, that is coming up as another page under my LinkedIn. So I guess it's not an issue because when you logged in, it doesn't show up there. So it's just showing up on my end. Okay, so that cleared that up.
Yeah, and it's not an actual page. So I'm not sure what you're saying when you log in, but we can tell it's not an actual page.
Right.
May
So
Oh, I wonder if you set yours up as a showcase page way back in the day.
mm,
Remember I was just saying a little while ago
yeah,
how all of you are going to create a company page or education, but not showcase. It might be possible that at some point you created a showcase page, which is not tied to a business. So it would look like this. That's possible. I don't know it's likely, but it's possible.
okay. Well, as
Uh,
long as it doesn't
but
show
it's
up
not a
here.
problem
Yeah,
from what I see.
okay. Um,
Look at all that. Miss Leslie, thank you for doing the work. She added so much content to her page, y'all. She really did.
and
Nice, nice
and
job.
it is blowing my mind in a way because I'm getting so many messages and people reaching out. And I actually signed my first client this week too. She
You go, girl.
Congratulations.
she didn't sign on for the full program, but she did come in at for my so there's a um It's more of a coaching program. It's an abridged one for estheticians that are not working in the field but have their license. And she
Nice.
came in, so totally love it. And the strategy you said to ask, well, do you know anybody that could use what I do? That's how this client came to me
Nice.
because I asked that because I planted that seed somewhere else and she referred me to this person. So they're
Mhm.
signed on. So
That's so awesome. Congratulations.
thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, thank you. So the other thing I was gonna say video.
Mhm.
So t- I, someone asked me, do you have a video on your LinkedIn? Can I see something on your because I told her, I said, mostly I'm on LinkedIn. I'm really not on the other ones right now. She said, well, do you have some videos on there that I can see about what you do? And I was like, I don't. So tell me about how long they should be. Can you share a little bit about video?
Mhm. This is for everybody. When you
Yes, thank
strategize
you.
what you can do with media, it's all the things. So videos, your question is about videos. It's short videos, it's long videos, it's videos that were produced versus videos that you did while walking down the street. It's all of the things.
Wow.
What they were asking you though is, do you have it on your profile? And since the answer is no, this assignment is for everybody. You want a section that's going to appear right here above your activity. Okay, so your activity section shows us all of your activities. But before that, there is a section that should be right around here. It's called featured. Okay, so if you don't already have the featured section added to your profile, make this note for yourself. I'm not making it official homework this week because you already have homework, but make a note for yourself that you want to start adding media to your page if you haven't already done so. So that's going to be pictures, videos, all the things. But some of that video content should be in your featured section. Keyword some. The other content, videos, pictures, etc., should go in the appropriate experience section, meaning you're telling us a story about what it is you do, but give us the visual of you doing it. Okay. So for you, Miss Leslie, notice everyone how she has stepped outside of her comfort zone. She's added guest speaker to her page, right? What's that mean? That means she is available to be hired as a guest speaker. Well, this is a hat you wear, which is different than the hat you wear when you're a spa business coach, right? So give us a visual of what that looks like, which is different than the visual for what this looks like, right? So at some point in your journey, you're going to have pictures, videos, etc., up here that are different than what you might add here, right? And all of that imagery might be different than what we see or will see in your featured section. Okay.
So are the featured videos more like me telling or sharing about what I'm doing?
Oh, great question. Let me pull this up because I think the visual might help.
And then
Because I
how do
did
we
say
get to that?
featured.
How do we put features there? Where do we go to put that there?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually show you. There's a place at the top of your page, at the top of your profile. That's not the one. There is a button that says add a section.
Okay.
Somebody sees it before me, tell me, because I've got some things covering up my screen. Can't really see everything, but somewhere there's something that says add a section.
There, it's right there.
There it is, right there at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I see it. Mhm.
When you click this, you're going to see all the sections that can be added, but you want featured. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you add your featured section, because I did just advise your featured section is where you want to put things. However, I missed something in your question. Your keyword was video. So let me make this distinction here. Things like video, sure, that belongs in your featured section. It also belongs in your experience section. But the point is, your profile should have just as much visual content as it has reading material, right? So give us the visual, because people are scrolling, right? They're not necessarily digesting. They're just seeing something real quick, like they catch the name of the article and not necessarily reading things. But your featured section is almost a library of your most valuable content. Okay. So for you, videos, you might have a video up here, but I still encourage you to look down at your experience section, because some of the video you might have could be a better visual for the hats you wear, right? There is no right answer here. I can tell you that, Miss Leslie, because anything that you add to your page, you can always move it around. You can take something down, you can relocate it, you can do all those things, but I encourage you to add more video and visual content in general. Okay. People want to see you. And if you're not sure, if you're someone who just said in your mind just now, oh, I don't have video, I call bullshit. All of you, all of you have, because that's what I said. That's what I said. And my coach said the same thing to me. He said, I call bullshit. And he was right. We all have visual content. We just might not have created it for the purpose of putting it on our LinkedIn profile. Mm-hmm. Okay. But just because we didn't create it for that reason doesn't mean it doesn't belong here. And if you are curious about what kind of video could go on your page, simply Google your name. Okay. If you don't do this at least quarterly anyway, fix that for your own self. At least once a quarter, you should be Googling yourself so that you can see what's out there on the internet about you. But for video specifically, Google yourself and go to YouTube, see what videos are out there. I am often the last one to find out about video that someone has that put on the internet, and I didn't know until I Googled myself. Okay. But all that content that you've got on your phones and your laptops, chances are a lot of that visual content belongs on your page, your LinkedIn page.
And also too, can you show while you're on your page? Because the last Saturday's class was good, but I haven't been able to find it on, I don't know why my Telegram, I can't find that video. But about the subscription.
Last week's class?
Yeah.
Because I ain't posted yet. I need an assistant.
You know, girl, my mind, I'm
That's
going
a really
crazy.
good reason. That's a good reason.
I'm gonna fight you.
I have to post the links
Come on,
to
Dr. Rose, don't make us crazy.
Listen, Sherry, she had me all crazy, that crazy.
I think last week's Dr. Tawana's, I think the last 2 weeks of Dr. Tawana's I owe y'all, plus the Artist Way. So it's not y'all, it's me.
Okay, because I'm trying to do homework. I'm like,
but anybody who wants to
yo, that's because she painting.
Right.
That's because she painting.
Right.
Let me tell you how this 60-year-old
that craft alone.
Listen, this 60-year-old body is saying, lay down.
Girl, who you talking to? This body is older than your body. You know, I know.
Listen, when a deer hits your car,
anybody who wants to volunteer, I will give you the sign on, and you could go right ahead and go get all the links and be the vice president in charge of posting the links in the group for everybody. So anybody wants to volunteer, just let me know. And Tori is on Instagram. She said, congratulations to Leslie. And she said, the Spy Girls love lifestyle marketing. So absolutely showing the videos and showing the stuff. So she is in agreement.
Hi, Miss Tori.
Thank you, Miss Tori. And Miss Tori, I got to send a shout out to you, girl, because, and I'm going to get back. I have one more question for you, Dr. Ross. But Tori, the with Dr. Loretta, I did not consider the vibration plate because I was like, no, that's gonna be too much. Da, 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 da. But I'm so thankful that God put it on your heart and you was obedient, girl, because it showed up while I was there. I was able to bring it in the house, set that thing up, put her feet on it. It was hilarious the first time we did it. OMG. But she told me yesterday she's did it again, and it's just it. I would have not chose that
Can
as a
you hear me?
modality right now. It
Could
is
that have been
right
a
on
video?
time for her.
Would that have been a video? Like if you had if you had used that
Girl,
and filmed it, you could have put that in your feature type thing like that?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
so that's the type of
Absolutely.
Can you hear
content that
When I
me?
you
go back to
okay,
see her, and I don't know
do
how,
that.
but guys, I'm getting back there before the end of this month. Y'all put it in prayer that God make a way. I mean, a
Write
miracle
it down.
for me to
Write
get
it
there
down.
because
Write it
she
down.
needs me to be back there. Oh my God, we made so much progress in that little bit of time, but that shaky machine was hilarious, and I do need video because it was hilarious.
I just
Oh my
thought of
God,
something, Miss
That would have been
Leslie.
awesome. If you were laughing at it, I know everybody else would. And that's content.
he
So
was
yeah.
falling out over it too.
Yeah, I just thought of something. The way you told the story just now doesn't seem like a post to me anymore, because originally we were saying, something like that in a video, that could be something that you share, which it absolutely is. It's just the way you just told that story doesn't say post to me. What you just described and could create with the use of video is an actual article on LinkedIn, kind of like we saw earlier. So in the Facebook world, it would be a long post. In LinkedIn world, it would be an actual article. And the reason I say that is because the subject in the story that you just described, the way you would tell that story requires describing the environment, describing what it is you do, describing what the problem was and what your solution was. All of that to me is worthy of an actual article versus just a post. And the article you can then use in the future as part of your marketing campaigns. I know, I threw a lot at you, I know.
No, would you just, Darlena will tell you more than anybody. My biggest friction point is the very first step.
Oh, okay.
It's the you once I step into it, I'm immersed. But
So if
getting
we
you to take that
simplify it
first
to
step,
step one, okay, so step one, and this is going to be step one for everybody, okay? Step one is simply create a folder on your computer and label it LinkedIn videos or LinkedIn visual, audio, whatever title, but put a folder on your computer that you just dump media into. And you're going to keep this folder from now until whenever. And on a regular basis, I'm going to call it once a week, because I think this is very feasible for all of your lives. That once a week, you go look at everything you shared on all these other platforms. If it qualifies as media, meaning a picture, a video, anything we can see or hear, or whatever, if it's media, put it in this folder and get in the habit of doing that on a regular basis. Because what you're saying is the sticking point is doing all that when really all you got to do is step one. Step one is build the space that your content can be housed in. Otherwise, we fall into the trap of, oh, well, yeah, I should post that video, but I can't find it. So I'll just go on with my life and I won't share it, right? That can't be our reason anymore. When it's as simple as step one, create a space for all of this content to live.
honestly, that's what LinkedIn has become. It has become that space, and that's why I feel like I'm so much more productive. And when I couldn't find the videos, I was like, oh my God, I need my videos because I need to know what she said about the articles because I have all of that and I didn't know. But thank you for
That's
that.
all right.
Thank you for
That's
that.
all right. Everything comes together over time the way
When
it's
it's
supposed to.
to.
And we're going to
Yes.
come back to how you engage on LinkedIn in a couple of weeks anyway. So we will actually see the whole piece around stuff like articles.
Okay,
I love you,
6
Miss
minutes.
Darlena.
6 minutes. 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on.
She done gave
I
us a
got
deadline. But
minutes.
that answers your
Oh,
question, right?
Microphone checker, checker one, checker two.
10:30.
Uh,
10:30.
I
Can
got a
you
couple
hear
of
me?
questions I'm going to answer in the chat, but yes, we can hear you, Doc.
Oh, wow. I wish we had the camera on because it was like riding a steer in front of one of those steakhouses. I mean, it was rough. And then I engaged it again by myself, and it was good. What I'm doing is 1 foot at a time, and my niece Jasmine stands up, and hers is on 20, and mine is on 1 or 5 or wherever it landed. And I said I want to be like her when I grow up.
Hmm.
I love it.
But you see, I'm a beta test for not thinking you're too old to change. So I will be your marketing for my last birthday. I'm 87. So I will be your
Wow.
marketing for, come on, girl, you still on the planet, you still want to be
Wow.
cute. Call Leslie and all the rest of them folks to help you do it.
Wow.
Mhm, mhm.
87. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Well,
amazing.
Sesame Street is 56 years old. They just said that Netflix bought it, and it was its 56th season. And what I want them to do is go back to show 1, because then they'll have to start paying me again. My
Oh, that's
favorite letter
right.
is R for reruns and residuals.
I love it. I just love it.
Mhm.
Residuals. I love it.
Absolutely.
Let me see. I saw this question that I missed.
Should it say keynote speaker versus guest speaker?
That's what it was. Yep, I knew I saw it.
Mhm.
So a couple of things. Specifically on this question, the question came up because we were specifically looking at Miss Leslie's page. Okay. Now, my answer for Miss Leslie is she chose guest speaker for a reason. I am guessing, she didn't tell me this, I'm guessing she chose guest speaker because I asked all of you to push outside your comfort zone and put speaker on your profile. I asked all of you to do that, and you thought I was crazy when I said put keynote speaker on your page, even though some of you have never done a keynote before, right? So in the spirit of doing something for the first time that's outside of your comfort zone, I would guess that Miss Leslie chose guest speaker because this is a new space. This is a new title. This is a new hat that she's wearing. And sometimes we have to wear the hat that fits versus the hat that we say we want to wear. Meaning it could be that in this season, doing something brand new, the title guest speaker is something that she can lean into versus putting on this big hat that she's never worn before and she's just putting on because I said so. Why do all that and get overwhelmed and frustrated stepping into a profession that's new to you when you can step into a guest speaker role, not be overwhelmed, invite in new opportunities, and actually stick with the profession?
You hit the nail on the head.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
hit it.
We all have to understand that pushing ourselves outside of the comfort zone is necessary. However, from experience, I just know that when we push too far, we end up pushing ourselves to the point where we get so frustrated, it's so overwhelming that we just say, fuck it, you know?
Keynote sounded like a really big room with a
Yeah.
whole lot of people.
Right.
Guest speaker sounded more like I can go into these groups and speak. I can go to church and speak while I develop that faith muscle
Exactly.
and get myself
And the muscle
anchored in it.
and the muscle that allows you to command the 50K per
As a
speaking
keynote
gig.
speaker.
right?
Yep.
It is a muscle that needs to be developed. If I tell you right now, all of you, like I told the lady yesterday, because she was not melanated, so I could say this to her. I told her yesterday, go get yourself a speaking gig this week for $75,000. Okay. And she thought I was crazy. You're not going to do anything close to that if it feels so incredibly uncomfortable that it doesn't happen naturally. It's a muscle you have to build, right? But if I plant the seed right now, and I'm telling you that there's a day that will come, and on this day, you will get to the point where you have the kahunas to put $75,000 on your speaker sheet. That day will come. It's just that you got to start where you are. And where you are right now might not be keynote speaker. It might be guest speaker. That's all right, because you took a step forward into a new space, an actual profession, and you're outside of your comfort zone. Thank you for pushing yourself. That matters.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
I forgot she told
No
us
prayer,
6 minutes.
no prayer. Oh my
I forgot.
goodness. I thought we were blessed.
She did say 6 minutes. She sure did.
We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray.
You sure did. Thank you all for another wonderful Friday morning. I look forward to seeing you guys every Friday. When we jump off of here, I go straight and create my slides for the following week so that I can take advantage of the momentum that we build in here. But I appreciate all of you for showing up here every week. I don't take that lightly. But the best part about this group, y'all have done the work, and I have to give you your flowers. It's a lot I've thrown at you to learn, let alone do. And you saw, I asked you earlier what you've actually done. You put it in the chat, you raised your hands. You have done the work. And I thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you back here for some more work on next Friday, right? You're so welcome, Miss Leslie.
Well, thank you for being just the amazing Dr. Tawana Ross.
You're welcome, all of you. I'm late on the chat, so I was saying thank you to Miss Leslie. That message was like 15 minutes ago. My bad. I thank all of you as I'm seeing your chats now.
Absolutely. Listen, I know that we have been here for 1,445 days. We have done a lot of work in this time and in this space. A lot of the work came even before Dr. Tawana came, because we were just getting to the place where we were big enough for what it is that we are here to do, the work that you are here to do, your assignment that God has given you. And what Dr. Tawana is now giving us is the way to do the work, the way to tell the world. So if you are here, be amazingly blessed, because it is only by God's grace that she is here. This is a $10,000 coach, easily. Oh, 11,000? What you saying? It's 11,000 now?
It's 11. We done graduated. We're 11.
No, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, girl, 11. Don't be stealing my millions.
No, well,
know that's
11's
right.
master number.
We're not talking about the millions. We're not talking about the millions.
Oh, you're not talking about the millions.
No,
okay.
I'm talking about
No, we're talking about her coaching.
We're talking about your coaching and how much you charge for coaching. So people that are here are getting that. They're getting that. You're getting that. So you damn bet
you hear me? We're talking about her coaching fee.
You better show up so that you can get what is being given in only this space. I can tell you that there is no other place, and I don't know this for a fact, but I know it on my heart, that there's no other place that she's doing this.
No, not for free. Now, what we do here is exactly what I do all week to make my money. But there is no other place. There's no other group. There's no other person that could have gotten me to do this All of us are here right now because of Dr. Darlaina. Okay. You were here. We were all together when this idea was birthed live. This was not part of the plan. You were here. We were talking during the one session I came for. That was planned, the one session. But we decided as a group to form this environment for us every single Friday. There's nobody else in my circle who could get me to show up week after week for 8 weeks and not send a single invoice. Nobody. Nobody else. Anybody else who asked me to do something like this receives an invoice. Okay. They receive an invoice for this, unless you all paid individually. When I do groups like this, the people in the groups do like this, it's $500 a pop. Or I send the invoice to the group moderator who then manages what everybody pays. But nobody else in my 11 years of business have I ever set this kind of time aside for. This is work, this time. We got to set this time aside. And not a single invoice was sent. Do you understand the power of Dr. Darlaina Rose? That's why we're here. And that's why nobody paid a dime. Because she is a gift, and I believe in paying it forward.
Well, there's nothing else I could say to that. I was just trying to get you. I just wanted you to know that it's very special. And I know that we are very special. And I know that what comes from this group, this $11 million group, is going to be made based on LinkedIn. It's going to start with your LinkedIn. Everything is going to stem from how you show up on LinkedIn, because those people come to LinkedIn to spend money. People ain't coming to Instagram to spend money. They come to Instagram to see how cute you are. People come on Facebook to see how much of your business you sharing. Nobody is coming to LinkedIn for that. They're coming to LinkedIn when they're looking for their coach, they're looking for their speaker, they're looking for somebody that can help them move to the next level. So each of us that are doing this work and showing up how you showing up, people, I'm certain that even people that have art galleries are looking for the artists to put the work in. So when you said put your same content that you have on other places on LinkedIn, that blew my mind, because I was like, that shouldn't even go. Well, that don't even make sense to go over there. But we are learning that, yeah, it needs to go over there. That's how the people get to know who you are and what you do, and see what you do, and see your personality, see, oh yeah, I like her. She's funny. Like, LinkedIn seems so serious, but we
It
could be,
is, but
it's
you can be
serious
serious and be you.
and be you. Exactly. So that's the key. And I do count it all a blessing that God has allowed people like you to come into my life and say that I am worthy. You know, worthiness is something that I struggle with, you know, especially when you come out of places and relationships with people who told you that you weren't. And so to now be in this space and be able to command this type of attention and gifting is truly, truly a blessing. So I say all that to say, y'all better show up next Friday. That's all I know. And thank you again, Dr. Tawana. I absolutely love you with every fiber of my being. And I am happy to share you with these folks, because my hope is that, yes, we are here for free, but people will pay your invoice at some. People will pay
I
your
am here for anyone who wants some personalized help. You know, I still I want all of you to know as well. You, each and every one of you, enhances my world, because I do get to look forward to seeing you on Fridays now, and you surely understand how much I love doing what I do. So to be here and to have the stage to share and to teach, it really is a gift. So all of you have my support in whatever it is you want to do with your business and your brands, of course. If there's something I can help you with, hire me. Of course, we do some damage together. I just want you to know, though, that even if none of you ever hire me after this workshop here, you have got to know you have made an impact in my world, all of you. Okay. And when I tell you, I look forward to seeing you. I literally look forward to seeing
Oh,
you.
we know you. We know that we are your people too.
Yeah.
We know
You,
that you
you are my people.
you shared your business bestie. You done cried with us. You laughed with us. You are just as much a part of this law of attraction group than anybody else. When I saw you were in the Telegram group, I said, "Oh, she in."
It
She
took me forever because I forgot I don't have Telegram on my phone anymore. I dumped all this stuff a while ago. I
Yes.
thought the link you sent me, I thought I just click the link and be done. I was like, oh my goodness, it took me forever, but I am in there. And so I
in
am
there.
getting caught up with things that you post in there.
Yes.
Thank
And
you for
that's-
everything you post in there, by the way.
Oh my God, yes, it's always so good in there, right? And so just make sure you don't forget to put your business bestie, her video in there so we can see it in there.
Oh, I sure will.
I already
Yeah.
did it.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
forwarded it
you.
from the chat. It's in Telegram. And as
Thank
soon as you hit
you.
the button, it's live and in color
I
and
love it.
sound.
Appreciate that.
And sound. You're welcome.
Appreciate
Wonderful.
that. Thank you
Yvette,
so much. Thank you, Miss Yvette.
yes, the realist, listen, pop your shit.
That's what got me fired the other day. I was real.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I've
oh
been
well,
fired from
get
places
off.
too.
What you got, Leslie? What you should
You
show?
got fired from one, but hired from the other. So think about that.
Exactly.
You
Look
got
at
fired
Leslie.
from
Look at Miss
one. That you were
Leslie.
there for that person.
You
Popping my
see-
shit.
I love it. I am so putting that on a t-shirt.
Listen, we're not scared to say what we want to say. We're not scared. See, sometimes people think, you can't love God and say a cuss word. You can't.
The preachers do. The preachers cussing
Oh
me
my
out on a
God.
regular basis.
on a
Yes.
regular basis. So God knows you. So
And that's what I say to people when they chastise me for saying, I said, God knows me. God
yes,
knows my heart.
yes,
God,
yes.
me and God is like this. Don't, whatever.
Yeah, don't, yeah. So
God
that's
taught me these words, okay?
God made you, so he knows you.
say,
I haven't seen that in all day, Darlaina.
I
Look,
want
flawed
that.
people, flawed people wrote the Bible.
listen.
Oh, I have to
Flawed people wrote the
steal that.
Bible.
Oh
I'm
my God.
Flawed,
stealing.
flawed. They are flawed, and
Thank
effed
you,
up
Miss
people wrote the
Bridget.
Bible.
Oh
Effed
my
up people wrote the Bible. So I
God.
need all of y'all perfect people to move out of the way.
I'm
Thank you.
stealing
Bye
that.
bye.
Leslie thinks say I love Jesus, but I cuss a little.
I want that.
And Noreen said the religiosity, the
The
religiosity, the
religiosity
audacity, the
of it all,
religiosity
right?
of
The
it all. Yes.
audacity.
Oh my God. I love y'all so much, but I am so sleepy. I did not go to bed till 4 a.m. and am
You were
up.
watching David Banner too?
No, I was working trash, darling.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
even come in the house from making my trash can deliveries until 1 a.m.
This
And
is
then
a perfect problem. Do you all understand the problem that she just expressed? This is a problem that is the most beautiful problem because the fact that you have this to even deal with, I've watched you. I have watched you go from having an idea to now you tripping about garbage. Like that is the realest testimony. You have worked for this problem to be a problem in your life right now. I'm so proud of you.
oh my God. It's funny because even my manager, he says, Rose, just tell me how much longer I got.
Before you take off.
How much longer do I have? How much longer do I have? I said, listen, I don't have anything for you right now. But when I do, you will be the first to know. So
Yeah.
We
Cause
have
they gonna cry big ugly tears when
Oh
you
my God.
say this is it.
My staff is like, well, we coming to work at the Healing House of Roses. We coming to work at the Lake House. You're gonna need people to work the grounds. You're gonna need people to get your trash. You're gonna need, so I'm going with you. So just know that when you leave,
Wow.
I'm going with you. You're not leaving me here, Miss Rose. I'm telling you, you're
They're
not
gonna bring
leaving
you
me.
on to motivate and train
Yeah.
the new people
That's a
because
corporate contract. Yep.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm in agreement because
Because
my
they
staff
will feel your loss. They will
my
absolutely
staff
feel
love
you.
me so much. They love me so much. They like, because some of them that have been here longer than I have, they've had multiple managers. And so when I show up outside and bring ponchos in the rain or bring hot coffee and hot tea and all that, like if you outside, why are you outside? You don't even have to be outside. I'm outside because you outside.
Hmm.
It's raining. I'm bringing you a poncho. It's cold. I bought the hot
That's
hands
a love in action.
put
Mhm.
the hot hands they could put in their gloves, the ones they could put in their feet. I bought them the face mask shiesties, the ones, but I bought them in colors so they wouldn't be black like scaring people. So I bought them like in neon orange and neon yellow and all that so that they could be warm. I bought them gloves, beanies, all of that. And they're like, I've been here a while. They nobody ever did. First of all, my last manager, I never seen them.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I just know that God put me here to do the work that I'm doing, and for as long as I'm here, I will do it. And I get to coach my staff. I get to I get to impart good things to them. I get to tell them when they're doing well. I also get to ask them, what else are you doing? I get to ask them, what really is your dream?
It's open.
What else do you need
Oh,
to
it's not.
to
Sorry.
do? What else could we get you to do? And so just keeping the dreams alive for those people who think that they're stuck doing trash for the rest of their life. I'm like, listen, this is here. We are here for a time. This is a stop, not a stay. It's a temporary inconvenience for a permanent arrangement. We just ain't there yet, but we working towards it. So with that being said, y'all talk too much. Dr. Long, I heard her got company. Her got company. Oh my God, she has company. Now I know she has people coming that do different
Can you
things.
please say that one more time before you said this is a temporary what? Say it one more time. I was writing it down. This
Temporary
is
inconvenience for
uh-huh.
a permanent arrangement.
For a permanent arrangement. Thank
Temporary
you.
for a permanent arrangement.
Thank
Yeah, this is just temporary. And it's inconveniencing because I'm sleepy. But if I had known that David Banner was on, next time send me a message. Sunday through Thursday, lately I am up till 3, 4 in the morning. So if you just happen to be up and you watching something good, send me a message and let me know. Like, I will definitely get the message because she is awake. I have to be. I have to be awake for as long as my staff is outside, especially if they're new staff, if I'm not sure that they're going to get through. Like one of my guys last night, I knew he was tired and he ended up not being able to complete last night. I'm like, go home. We'll deal with it's just trash. We will deal with the trash tomorrow. So probably right now my work phone is blowing off the hook because he didn't finish 2 of the properties, but he was falling asleep. So that's dangerous. He's a husband and a father. Go home. We will figure the trash out today. Even though it's my day off, I told him, I said, I don't like to work on my day off, but because you tired, we both gonna work on our day off. So I'll talk to you tomorrow after you rested. So yeah, that's where it is. So I don't know if Dr. Long is available. So why don't somebody start the prayer?
I'm
And
here.
oh, you here? Okay, great. All right. So there we go.
I'm
Start.
here.
Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, we can go. We can hear
You
you.
can hear me. You have
Yes.
to say, I hear you perfect doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, I hear
You
you.
hear me, right?
I hear you perfectly.
All right.
Yes.
I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed going in.
David going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
And
I'm
David
blessed
going
coming
out.
out.
I'm blessed in the city.
In the
I'm
city.
blessed in the
In the
city.
city.
I'm blessed in the field.
David in the
Blessed in the
field.
fields.
I am always in the right place at the right time.
Always in the
I'm
right.
always in the right place at the right
At the
time
right time.
With the right people.
with the right
right
people.
people.
Doing the right thing
Right thing.
Doing the right
Doing the right
things
things
for the right reasons.
The right.
for the
Right
right
reason.
reason.
reasons.
And everything is in divine order.
Everything.
Everything
Everything
is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
Jabez.
As
Jabez
Jabez
said,
says, bless us
"Bless us
indeed.
Indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand our
Our
territory.
territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
Extend an
Extend an
open hand
open
of
hand of
favor
favor to
to
us.
us.
That we may do no harm.
That
That we may
We
do
may
no
do no
harm.
harm.
And we let go and let God.
And we
And
let
we
go.
let go
Let
and let God.
And then go with the flow
Flow.
Go with the
flow.
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 and let the blessings and the money roll in.
And
And let
And
the
let the
favor and the
blessings
money
and the
roll
money
in.
roll in.
Rolling.
From the north, south, east, and west.
north,
From
south,
the
From the
north,
north,
south,
south,
east,
east,
and
and west.
west.
From above and beneath.
above and
From
beneath.
Above
above
and
And
beneath.
beneath.
From known and unknown sources.
From
Known.
known,
Known
unknown
and
unknown
sources.
unknown
sources.
sources.
Tell us about our money, Doc.
We have supernatural, unlimited money, sowing supernatural, unlimited seeds.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never run out.
Never run out.
We always have more than enough.
We always have more than enough.
More than enough.
More than enough.
More than enough to do anything our heart desires.
More than enough
More
to
than
do
enough to do
anything
anything
our
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 heart
heart
desires.
desires.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
More than enough to
Than
do
anything
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 God
God
puts
puts on our
on
hearts
our
to
hearts
do
to do for others.
We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep.
We have
Spend.
money to
We have
spend,
money to spend, money
to
to
lend,
to lend,
lend,
and money to keep.
And where's our bank?
heaven, that we live and give
heaven.
from God's
Heaven.
overflow.
And guess what? We're the spout where the money's coming out. That's why we're the branch banks of heaven. So keep your spout clean and clear so the money can just roll out of us into the places where God wants us to go. Amen.
Amen.
Turn the faucet on
Branch
full.
bank of
Full
heaven
blast.
on earth.
Turn that faucet
said
on. Like my daddy used to say, find the spout where the money's coming out. Well, guess what? We're the spout.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing
Productive
day
day.
on purpose. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Bye for now.
Blessings.
Thank you
All
all.
right. Thank you, Dr. Tawana.
You're so